Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, Herd 37. So I was looking around, I was thinking about a plane I haven't flown in a while, and I came up with this Cessna Grand Caravan. We used to fly that a ton and around the world and everything. Well, it was the only thing flew around the world. I thought we'd go back to that one for a second. And I did find a flight here for us. It was actually kind of difficult. Like, there's everywhere where there was a Grand Caravan, there didn't seem to be hardly any jobs. But I did find one here at North Little Rock Municipal in northern Little Rock, Arkansas. Airport is 1M1. We'll hop over to my flight. We're going to 0R6. Probably won't take the return flight. Doesn't pay a whole lot. And 0R6 is Hampton Municipal in Hampton, Arkansas. It's actually only about 79 miles, so it's a really short flight. Take a look at our plane here. That is not the right plane. That is a Bombardier. Why did I look at that? That's not the one that we're flying right. Where did it go? There we go. Cessna Grand Caravan. I don't know what was going on with that. Well, that's because we were over at 0R6, not my flight. That's why. Alright, so I think it said it had, what was it, 34% if I remember correctly. Let's go back. Yeah, 34%. It holds 111 gallons. Current load was 111. Got a capacity of 332. Only uses 50 gallons an hour, so it's got over 2 hours worth of fuel. And this is just a 79-mile flight, so we don't need any fuel. It's got plenty. Alright, and with that, I guess we can go over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. This is the Grand Caravan from Carenado. I couldn't remember sometimes, because I know in FSEconomy I've used the default one before, thinking that this doesn't always work, but I think I've used this before as well. I checked it earlier, and it does in fact work. Now, I already started FSEconomy, so we can come back in here. I don't have procedures. I used to, and then I lost them, and so I just kind of go by memory. I know I won't be starting up completely correct, but I'll go ahead and do it the best I can. Go ahead and turn the battery on. Put the prop RPM to full. Go ahead and turn on the avionics. We can turn on our beacon. One thing we have to also get before I forget, because I will forget, is the fuel selector valves. Where are they? They're up top. There we go. They're both off, so we got to turn those on. Reset my view over to this panel. There we go. Fuel boost is on. Alright, so I knew it was making a noise. I thought it made a different noise when you actually turned it on. Alright, the avionics 1 is on. Go ahead and hit the starter. Put this into a low idle. By the way, this is the parking brake. I know it was on. It's right there. I knew I had it on. Go ahead and advance that full. Hopefully we don't go flying. Good, we didn't. Go ahead and turn the nav light on. Starter comes off, fuel boost goes to norm. Go ahead and turn the avionics 2 on as well. Click that button. Get that off. Alright. Prop heat goes to auto. Pitot heat we've got to turn on. Let's see. I know it makes me turn. I think it's the stall heat, perhaps. I thought one of them was a 3-way switch. Generator. Yeah, it's best to get the turn that on. Fuel boost is on, so it wants the fuel boost completely off instead of norm. And prop de-ice. If I could only remember where it is. See, I thought one of these was a 3-way switch. There we go. That's probably the 3-way switch. Because auto is up at the top. Alright, I knew there was a 3-way switch there. Get my yoke back. There we go. We set the altimeter. Let's check over ATC. I don't know if they have a tower or not. They don't. Good. By the way, I checked. I didn't show anything from AirNav or anything that we were doing. We're actually going to take off on runway 17. That's a heading of 178 degrees, and we're going to be landing on runway 2. Most of the wind was coming out of the north, kind of northwest. So let's select our runway for takeoff. 17. I'm not going to do that just yet, though. Go ahead and set our heading to 178. Oops. They went flying past at 178. And we're just going to go to like 6,500, I think. It's a short flight. We don't need to go all that high. Right, there's 6,500 feet. Set for that. So let's announce our taxi. Runway 17.
November 208 Tango Charlie is taxiing to runway 17.
Sorry about that noise while that jumped up. Runway 17. It looks like it's going to be over here. Going that way. We'll have to taxi, I guess, over to here. Find a way to get over there. I guess we kind of parked in a crappy area. Go ahead and turn the taxi light on. Parking brake is coming off. Ignition lever, everything is in 100%. Alright. Let's go ahead and start taxiing. Go all the way to the end. I haven't flown in a long time. I meant to fly some last week, but I didn't really get a chance to. I live like 2 hours away during the week and then come to here on the weekend, and I don't always get a chance to do a whole lot of stuff. It's still kind of hectic. I haven't moved or anything I really need to, but I have to get a couple paychecks under my belt before I really want to move. Get a good down payment and stuff on the rent. Alright. But other than that, work has been extremely fun. I'm going to go ahead and set the flaps one notch to take off. Yeah, we kind of... I went to parking space 1. I thought maybe parking space 1 would be the closest to all the buildings and everything, and we actually ended up further away. That's alright. We don't need a whole lot of room for takeoff either. Anyway, see how close we can get down here. I guess the runway goes kind of far out to the right. Can't remember exactly how long it is. I checked the other airport as well. I wanted to check for the airport elevation stuff. I had to mess with turn it back over from FTX Global to North America, so I checked everything out. It's just a skinny little runway where we're going. Long but skinny. Alright. Go ahead and set the parking brake for a second. I don't know that that's long enough. It doesn't really look it, does it? Well, I wish I'd just go to the top there. Yeah, I don't quite think that's long enough. Yeah, I'll turn the parking brake. We'll go across just in case. It'd be horrible if I attempted to take off and didn't make it. It's just we are so light and everything. Hit CDI, turn over to GPS. And she took a little while to get going, but man, she really does start moving. I haven't flown this plane in I don't even know how long. I think I've flown it maybe once since Around the World ended, which was months ago. Probably the last time I flew it was months ago. I'm glad we have a short little flight. It pays decent money for as far as it's going, only 79 miles. Not even $100. It does pay a few grand, although we'll probably lose a bunch of fees. But, I'd like some bigger flights, but I kind of want to mix it up with the planes too for doing videos and stuff. I don't want to just fly like the Twin Otter all the time, even though I love that plane. Planes like that. Although I think it seems from the response that people do love the Twin Otter when I fly that thing. And it is a fantastic plane. Aerosoft. Oh my goodness. I'm having trouble taxiing in this plane. I don't know why. Alright, parking brake is coming on. Let's go ahead and hit out. We are going to the south. It's almost straight south, I think.
1 Mike 1 traffic. Cessna November 208 Tango Charlie taking off.
Landing lights coming on.
South
I believe this is the strobe right here. Strobe coming on. Alright, let's just check over here. Do you see anyone going over here? Set my views. Parking brake is coming off. We'll do a rolling takeoff here. Got a little bit of traffic in the area. Not too much though. Although you can see that airspace, that is Little Rock, I'm sure. But imagine they're pretty busy. Alright. Get her going here. Not quite full power. See if I can keep it out of the red when it starts blinking. Alright, we can go ahead and get up in the air. Wow, it feels really awkward. Feels like I'm trimmed way down. Retracting the flaps. It was kind of odd. It was almost like we leveled out, like we got up too soon and leveled out right over the runway where I was really prepared. Go ahead and get up this thing up in the air. Fly over Little Rock there. Kind of want to take a view here in a second. Put her in autopilot and take a look. Know what river that is. Alright, I'm gonna put my nose down a little bit. We're climbing a little bit high, even though our airspeed is fine and everything. Climbing at like 2,100 feet a minute. Check this out because we're getting close to Little Rock. I want to take a look outside. We'll hit nav. Let's put this back up to around 1,000 feet a minute. It's KLIT. There's Little Rock right there. Take a look outside. So hold your ears if you need to. The fall color is going on. That looks extremely odd. Few big buildings there. Little Rock International. Not bad, not bad. Looks pretty nice. Everything's obviously full to the right as well for the settings. Nice fall colors. Let's take a look at what everything says. It says just under 25 minutes we'll be there. Let's see, I think we got the mileage over here. Distance. So it's got 83. It actually said 79 on the thing, I think, but I guess it was a little bit further. Or did it say 89? I think it said 79. Obviously that wasn't right because we got 83 to go. Just over 24 minutes. We're almost up to our cruising altitude of 6,500. It looks pretty nice, though. I do like the fall colors. They do look pretty good. Everything changing. It's, what, the last day? I think today is the last day of September. Might have one more. I think today's the last day, though. 30th. So you can see how far behind I am on some of the videos. I want to go down there when I get home from work, from where I'm staying. I'm always like, yeah, I need to post a video, but man, sometimes I work so long and everything, don't get a lot of sleep, and I end up saying I just gotta go to sleep instead of posting a video. I'm getting everything entered. Just can't help it. But it's a short flight. Let me see one thing. Desired track is 187. Turn this to 187. We'll be landing on runway 02, so we'll have to go around and come back. So a heading of 019 degrees, and the altitude will be at just 177 feet. So with that, I think we can go ahead and speed her up, and I will be back in just 1 minute. Alright everybody, slowing it down to normal speed here. I think we're about 20 miles out. Yeah, 20 miles out. You can see it came up on the screen here. So, let's go ahead and get on the radios here. Probably holler at them. Looking for 0R6. There it is, Hampton Municipal. Turn over to the traffic. Select a runway for landing. We're landing on runway 2. 20 would have been easier, but for the wind we got to go for 2. Full stop landing. Tell them where we are.
Romeo 6, traffic, Cessna, November 208 Tango Charlie is 16 miles north, 6,500, inbound to land, runway 2.
Alright, so let's go to about 2,500. I should make it 2,700. Like I said, the elevation of the airport is 177 feet. Fly straight in and then gotta go around like that and then back towards the runway. Very, very quick trip, which is kind of like what I like sometimes. It's like a lot of the ones I've done recently, not in FSEconomy necessarily, but been long flights taken forever to do. Slow planes, or actually I've been flying some big planes, just really long distances, just taking a long time. So I kind of like the short ones a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put it in 2x just until we get a little bit closer. About 14 miles out. Like I said, we got to go out and around. I'm not sure. I kind of want to descend a little bit quicker. We still got about 3,000 feet to go. We should be able to see the airport here in just a second. So we're going to have to go off to the right here in just a second. We'll go ahead and use the heading. I can't tell if that's going to be it or not. It's just a really skinny, long little runway. I'm going to have her descend a little bit quicker. Switch it over to vertical speed. Go back on it. I don't know if that's going to be it or not. Could it be up here? I'm not quite sure. It's kind of looking like it. I'm guessing that probably is going to be it. Go go ahead and slow this down to normal speed. I'm going to pull back on the throttle. That's probably going to be it. Slow us down, give it a better opportunity to descend. $199 should be parallel. Just doesn't feel like it. Feels like we're actually coming over to the left a little bit. Yeah, I feel like we're really high. I mean, we still got to go out and around a little bit, but daggone. Now so we're on our downwind leg.
Traffic, Cessna November 208 Tango Charlie is on downwind runway 2.
Look at about 400 feet to go for where I set it. It actually set for 2,700. I'm going to move it down to 2,300. Hopefully that won't be too low, because I do hate getting too low on these. Some of these. I think we're actually a little bit too close, it feels like. When we make our turn, we're going to have to go out and back around. So give ourselves a little distance here. This needs to be full forward, and that needs to be full as well. I moved the RPM back to about 80%. Still got tons of fuel. It's a skinny runway. Hopefully I can nail it. She's plenty long. She's really skinny. Right, we're at our 2,300 right now. We're going to go out a little ways, obviously, before we head in. Yeah, I think we're a little too close to it, is what it feels like, though. Speed's dropping a little more than what I'd like. I move it up just a little bit. I had brought the lever down as we were in cruise, save a little bit of fuel, I guess. I think it was 209 actually that would have made it. I don't know. 199 I thought was it. Maybe it was 209 that would have had us perfectly with it. Direction of the runway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call out our base leg.
0 Romeo 6 traffic.
Make our
Cessna
turn.
November 208 Tango Charlie is on base runway 2.
The way I see it, should be about 109 being perpendicular. Speed's still coming down a little bit. Let it go down to 2,000. We're not actually all that far away from it. Move it down to 1,800 actually. Turn to the runway. Alright, 019 it is. I think we're a little high here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot. Yaw damper is coming off. Bring this speed down. Got to get our flaps out here in a second. Probably a little high, but I think we're actually going to be sitting pretty. Bring up the power a little bit. Don't want to get her too slow. I think the landing speed is around 60 or 70 knots. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've flown her. As we get closer, I'm feeling like we are a little bit higher than I thought. Notch of flaps out. Oh, she's really ballooning us. We were usually pretty successful landing this thing, I gotta say. Alright. We're at full flaps. Brought the power up a little bit. Oh man, that ballooning effect just killed me. We are getting way too high. That ballooning didn't help at all. Cutting back the power. Shit. I forgot to say we're on final. A little late there. Better late than never. There's a tree. Probably took our wing off. I don't know, the landing didn't seem that bad. I actually didn't flare much. I thought we had a little ways to go. I'll tell you, switching planes around, man, it really feels odd. Trying to land sometimes and tell exactly how high up you are. Used to flying that little Cessna a lot. Obviously a lot lower to the ground than that plane. To watch the replay, I really thought we came down a little sooner than I was thinking. I hit the parking brake. I should have thought about that. That's alright. Just recorded it. That's good. Come on, thing. We gotta get over here. Strobe lights and landing lights can come off. So everyone that we're clear of the runway. Go ahead and turn off the heat. Prop heat and everything. And I guess we can park right there. That's the closest place. So let's head on over. Oh my goodness. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I've lost all my taxiing skills. What little skill I had at taxiing, I've lost. I think it's just she turns a little bit quicker than I was expecting. That Cessna, the little 172 from A to A, the turning radius is a little bit bigger. You got to hit the brakes to get that differential braking for that. Alright, parking brake coming back on. We're not taxi anymore, so we can turn off the taxi light. Go ahead and turn off the nav light as well. Avionics 2 can come off. Turn off the generator. Let me get this push lever and we'll cut the power. Avionics 1, you can come off. Beacon can come off, and the power can come off. I know that's not the right sequence. I'll try and find the procedures. I've been getting more into the procedures lately. Except for this light, obviously. But, alright, let's go ahead and go over to the website and see how much we made. Alright, here we go. 1M1 to 0R6. So it actually came in at $5,963. We rented the plane for 38 minutes. It's costing $525 an hour, so we got we had to pay $338.33 for it. Paid $108 in fuel. Seems kind of high. I didn't think we would use that much. The ground crew fee was $596.30. So used up $704.30 total. So we didn't have a booking fee. That's pretty nice. That saves you some money. Usually it's pretty high. So we actually made $4,920.37. That's actually almost $5,000 for 79 miles. I gotta say, it's pretty daggone nice. Just go ahead and throw everything over here. From YT Flyers 3871.25. And we'll move this on over as well. 3578. Even. So we're over 106,000. That's pretty nice. I can't remember. We looked last time. I think it was like 280 we want to get to or something. Maybe it was 180. I think it was more around 250, 280. Try and get a Baron or something maybe. I don't know. It's still a small plane, although it does seat more people. So we could, I don't know if that's a very popular plane though, really, because I guess you got to kind of think about that as well. Because you want people to rent it and stuff. Although we can fly more people as well, that does really help us as far as a group. All right, but we're sitting pretty good, 106,000, almost 107. So I'm pretty happy with that. And well, yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this episode. But I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.